Yo guys, what's going on? It's Lewis here with Crypto Leet, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the entire crypto market, my thoughts, my technical analysis, which quite frankly has been spot on as of late. Super stoked about that, and I'm going to try to teach you in this video how I was able to see what the market was doing, and I'll give you some hints into what I think the market's going to do next, so that hopefully you guys could plan out your trades in advance and then trade your plan, because that is the number one tip that I could give you, is that if you want to succeed in crypto in the short term, just plan out your trades and then trade your plan. That's the best tip that I could give you, and don't try to like alter it and all this other stuff. Just do that. That's what I've been doing, and it's been working out great. If you understand technical analysis, you can be very successful in crypto, and that's what I'm going to try to help you be successful in trading crypto. So getting right into it, let's start out on CoinGecko. The number of coins is 7,537. There's over 475 exchanges. The market cap, current market cap, is $1,774,270,204,663. So we're just going to say 1.774. And the 24-hour volume is $189 trillion or billion dollars. 189,329,208,360. Okay, cool. So basically volume is $189 billion. Bitcoin number one, like always. Ethereum number two, Tether number three, Binance Coin number four, Cardano making its way up to number five, XRP flipping Dogecoin again, because last week Dogecoin flipped XRP and now XRP is back on top. DOT, unfortunately, not doing what I expected it to do. It's only at $23 right now, down from about 30, so still some room to go up, just like everything else. Internet Computer though, Internet Computer, ICP, this is a brand new coin on the market just in the last couple of weeks, and it's already in the top 10. The last time that I saw a coin do this, it was Polkadot, and that was when Polkadot was at $4, and that's when I got into Polkadot because I saw the potential of Polkadot. So so first off, let me just get this out of the way. Nothing on this channel is investment advice. I am not an investment advisor, financial advisor, I'm not that, and you have to do everything on your own. This is just me giving out my education and my theories and my hypotheses on the market. None of this is financial advice, and you need to take control and responsibility for your own financial decisions. Now that that's out of the way, let me get back to Internet Computer, or ICP. So ICP is brand new on the market, and it's already in the top 10. And to me, that is a huge indicator of just the massive scale of this coin. And the last time, like I mentioned, the last time I saw something like that, it was Polkadot at $4, and I went heavy into Polkadot at $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9. It's already at 23. It went all the way up to 30, almost 40. So that's just take some hints, you know, do with that what you will. Internet Computer is, if Internet Computer gets to $55, I'm going very, very heavy into it. That's all I got to say about that. Of course, then we got Uniswap and Chainlink. I just skipped right over Bitcoin Cash. I'm never going to buy Bitcoin Cash ever. I'm just never going to do it. I'm sorry. Same thing for Litecoin. Never going to buy Litecoin ever. Matic, Polygon. Holy crap. This one has been absolutely insane. This was not even close to the top 15 just a couple months ago, and now it's soared up. So Matic has been the number one coin for the last month and a half. Of course, there's also Solana, which I absolutely love. VeChain, all the way in the top 20, doing very, very, very well. So I'm definitely going to have to check VeChain out when I do my market update. Same thing with Theta. Wow. So a lot of these coins, so VeChain and Theta, I'm going to write this down to go over those during my market update, just to make sure that I cover the big ones, you know. Anyway, and Aave also is another really, really big one, considering what's going on with DeFi. Personally, I think that what's going to happen is we're going to have a DeFi, I don't know about DeFi summer, maybe in August. We might have a Aave, Link, and all Ethereum, all of the DeFi coins just absolutely explode in value. So I do have a lot of USD on the sidelines, just waiting to get in at really good prices. And now that we got that out of the way, let's go into TradingView. TradingView is the software that I use in order to do my technical analysis. And this is how I do it. I'm just gonna start going over it. Let me pop a blueberry in my mouth. Gotta have fruits and vegetables. Lots of phytochemicals in here, make you smart, and keep you healthy, because your health is your wealth. Don't forget that. Make sure you get enough rest, make sure you get enough outdoors, exercise, and take your vitamins, minerals, supplements, all of that stuff. So let's get into it. This is my TradingView setup. There's a lot of new people here. I know that there's a lot of new people here because of my TikTok that blew up. Boom, you can see it right there, over 1 million views. And so if you're new, this video should help you out tremendously. And you should also go through my free crypto beginner course. It's a whole series, a whole playlist that teaches you a lot of what you need to know about cryptocurrencies, why they're so amazing, and also it has 3 parts that are over 2 to 3 hours long on technical analysis, totally for free. It's on YouTube. Check out that playlist. Right, I'll put a link somewhere up here and in the description for that as well. And might as well throw this up here too. This is my company. It's called Cryptorays. I'm wearing them right now. These block the blue light from your phone and from your computer and everything like that. And they help protect against things like headache, digital eye strain, sore eyes, all this, like a whole bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of different styles. And so I would really appreciate it if you grabbed a pair of these, as they will help the channel out. Now let's get back to the actual analysis. I start out my analysis by starting it on the total market cap. Like the total market cap is really is the entire market cap of cryptocurrencies. Every single cryptocurrency added up together, that equals the total market cap. And right now it's at $1.663 trillion. So you could see that it came all the way. It's just crazy how accurate this was right here, 2.422 on my last analysis, not my last analysis, but my analysis from literally like weeks and weeks ago. I said hit the Fib extension at 2.422 trillion like clockwork, and that's exactly where I started taking profits. This is one of the what we call confluences of indicators that helped me to take my profits really early on in the game. Even though, I mean, I only took like 25% off the table, but still that's a lot. I mean, it's still a good amount, because I saw that it was all the way up here and it was higher, higher, higher. And I looked down here and I saw lower, lower, lower on this indicator. And anyway, what I'm going to get into right now is what I do is I plot out the top, which is right here, and then I plot out the bottom, which like I plot out the top and then I plot out the bottom, but at this point it's like the bottom is all the way down here, like that. So this is on the monthly chart. So I start off on the monthly chart, and then I go to the weekly chart, and then I go to the daily chart, and I usually just stick to the daily chart. So many people are on the 15-minute chart or the 5-minute chart. Like, there's no reason to go on those tiny time frames unless you're scalping. And if like there's no point in scalping, so there's no point in doing that. But if you look at the monthly chart, you see we had this gigantic, this month has been absolutely horrible. We wiped off 36% of the entire market cap of crypto was wiped off, and 50% of it was wiped off in one candle, basically. So there was some huge sell-off, and I think that the sell-off was actually happening. In fact, I'm 99% sure that it was happening by miners in China, because China is banning Bitcoin for the 1 millionth time. Of course, it's always banning Bitcoin, but this time there's actually some merit to it, and it's because China might actually have its own centralized currency. And at this point, it really doesn't want Bitcoin. Because before, it was banning Bitcoin, but they didn't have anything of their own. But now they are starting to actually want to really implement their own centralized currency to own, basically own the population and know every single move that every single person is doing in the population. So a lot of the crypto miners in China have been basically getting kicked out, and they're selling everything that they have, and they're selling all their Bitcoin, and that led to a huge capitulation or sell-off of Bitcoin and the total market cap, which you could see right here. So what I did before, what I did to get this level and figure out that this was going to be a level, was basically take the Fibonacci extension from here to here to here, and you could see the 261.8 hit right here and it fell, and then the 361.8 hit right here and it fell. So there's a lot of merit to this Fibonacci extension right here, and even the 161.8 hit this level and fell. So that's how I knew that this Fibonacci extension was good to go. Anyway, that's the monthly. Let's get back into the details. This is now the weekly that we're on, and you could see there was the top, and then the top, and then the top, and then the top. So we connect these four, so that's clearly the top. So this, if it ever comes, well, when it eventually comes back up here and enters this channel again, this is going to be a really, really big top, as along with up here as well. And so, and right here as well too. So there's a lot of resistance basically. And this is the bottom, right? This was support, 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 and then boom, it broke the support. So if you were looking at this, you would have been able to see right when it broke through here, it's like, man, this is not good. I need to sell to protect my capital. Boom, sell here, buy back here, and that would have been amazing. So it sold through here. It totally sold off. So now this is another huge resistance, because this was the previous support. Like this whole entire area was support. So now if it comes back up here, like it's an opportunity to sell basically. This is on the weekly. You could also see I had this a while back. Sell your crypto here. I had this a couple days ago. Came up here, popped up, and then obviously fell. So let's go to the daily. And if we go to the, well, actually one more thing on the weekly. One more thing on the weekly is that if we take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top, it's pretty cool. 61.8 golden ratio right here. It hit it perfectly. This is how I knew. I wrote this weeks ago. I wrote this weeks ago. To me, this is the absolute floor. If it ever reaches here, I'm taking out a loan, selling my house and car, and putting every penny I have into crypto. We should even be so lucky to see this area again. And it literally, it hit it. Like that's where it bounced from. So this was how I did not even need to look at any other coin, right? I looked at this chart and saw, okay, it hit this area. This is a total market cap. So now a lot of money is going to flood back into cryptocurrencies. So everything, whatever you put your money into while it was down here, over the last couple days, not necessarily today, but a couple days ago, everything bounced back up. Matic went up 160%. Ethereum went back up 80%. DOT went up 60 to 80%. BNB went up 80%. They all bounced back, right? All of them bounced back when two charts line up, or when one chart lines up, or if another chart lines up. The first chart is this total market cap. Once it hits here, boom, you want to get right back in, because everything's going to go back up. So I look at the weekly, I see this, right? Then what we could do is basically say, okay, well, it had this nice run up, and then it had this over here, boom, and it crashed below here. It hit the 61.8, came back up to the 38.2 like it always does. And what's the next move? Well, to be honest, normally what happens is it crashes to the 61.8, moves up to the 38.2, and unless it is super bullish, like really bullish, then it'll pop down here and then keep on going up. If it's super bullish. It doesn't seem super bullish to me. So normally it pops up to 38.2 and then comes all the way back down to the 61.8. Pops back up again. And then depending on what happens after that, you really have to play it day by day. But right now I'm sort of betting that everything is going to go down, that money is going to leave the crypto market and it's going to come back down to the 61.8, and that's when I'm going to re-enter a lot of my positions. Because remember, I am in USDT. I have a lot of USDT. I sold a lot of it at 40K. I sold a lot more on the bounce up to here is when I sold a lot more crypto. So I'm in USDT and I'm waiting. If it pops back up and I'm wrong, whatever. But as a trader, my number one goal is to protect my capital. I mean, because if I'm wrong, then whatever. I have a bunch of USDT on the sidelines and I'll get back in, when it's a little higher up on a retest of a support, right? After it breaks through it and then comes back down. But if I'm if I'm wrong. But if I kept my money in there and I didn't have this plan and everything went down, then I could lose like 50, 60, 70, 80% of my portfolio. And I'm not willing to do that because I'm up because I got in down here, right? I got in down, I've been in it for years. So I'm already in it, right? So I'm already up a lot and I don't want to lose those gains. And that is something that a lot of people, a lot of traders, a lot of really good traders, I know a lot of traders that play with hundreds of Bitcoin, and they are thinking the same way. They're thinking, I will not make the same mistake that I made in 2018 where I just held and held and held, and I lost 80 to 90% of my portfolio. I'm not going to make that mistake again, so I'm going to sell. That's why you're going to see a lot of selling pressure. A lot of selling pressure right here. This technically should have been up here, but I like to sell a little bit earlier. A lot of selling pressure if it comes back up here. If it comes back up here, it's going to be a hard road for crypto over the next couple months. I'll tell you that much. So I expect crypto to be range bound, and I don't expect another huge crazy run up. Like we've had from November to basically now. I do not expect necessarily crypto to be in a bear market, a long bear market. I don't even really consider this to be a bear market. There's three markets. Bull market, everything's going up. Bear market, everything is going down. And then sideways or consolidation period where it just goes sideways and the whales accumulate. They take their money from other sources and they buy Bitcoin. That's what I think is going to happen over the next month, probably, maybe two. So we're going to see what happens, though. I'm ready, and as a trader, I have to be willing to adapt very quickly to any of my thesis. But that's my thesis right now. So we have that, and like I said, I think that I think what happened, it came back up here, and then I think it's going to come back up here, and this is when I'm going to get back in. Sometimes, though, it does come back down to 78.6. So if I have any money left, for my longer term plays, I'll buy the rest here. Is it possible? I could see this as a possibility. I can't, and sure, the 88% does come back down for institutions to the 88%, but honestly, the 78.6 is such a good, it's so low already, it's so low that even if it does go all the way down to the 88%, like by the time you get in at this point, the prices are so low that it's not gonna make the biggest difference for the long-term plays, it could, yeah, sure, but it's are you really gonna try to time it exactly perfectly, or do you want to just get in when it's 80-90% down? That's the way I'm thinking about it, into good, solid, fundamentally sound projects. So if it comes to 61.8, I'm going to be going back all in my trading portfolio and buying a lot in my long-term portfolio. And then depending on what happens after that, I'll probably sell on the way up keep some cash in case we crash back down, and I'll probably buy more here. And then if we happen to crash back down here in the total market cap, then I'll go all in. To be honest, I should probably change it, and I should say this is really what I should say here. If it comes down here, this is where I'm gonna like take out a loan and do all the other stuff. And great time. So this is really a great time to buy anything. Buy here. So we got that. Let's bring it down to the daily just to get a clearer picture, right? A more granular picture. And you can see right here, this was the support, broke here, boom, broke, immediately sold right there, bam, or sell on the bounce up here. What's it looking like though? It's looking like, I mean, is this an inverse head and shoulders? Well, I don't know if you could necessarily say that with these wicks. I mean, yeah, the candles can be an inverse head and shoulders. So it could be like, like this is shoulder, this is the shoulder, this is the head, this is the shoulder, and then like on the way up, skyrocket up. I don't see it. I don't see it because I believe that if that was going to be the case, there wouldn't be so many wicks. But that could totally be the case. And if that is the case, and it does jump back up, then I'll get back in on a retest, and I'll have to look at every coin individually. I'm not like predicting the future. I'm just saying what like I believe probability wise is going to happen. The other thing though is that these are the dailies, like the daily moving averages. These are the 200 exponential moving average and 200 moving average. So technically they say if it's under the 200 moving average daily, it's in a bear market. But also that's the best time to buy if you're in it for the long term. So you have to decide what really your strategy is going to be. For trading, not the best time to buy. It's better to short the resistances. But for long-term accumulation, it's good to stack in because the more you stack, the more you average down. If you average down at 10,000, let's say Bitcoin's 30,000, or let's say Bitcoin's 60,000, and you buy $100 worth, and then it goes down to 50,000, and you buy another $100 worth, and then it goes down to 40,000, and you buy another $100 worth, and then it goes down to 30,000, and you buy another $100 worth. Well, now instead of putting it all in at 60,000, you spread it out. So now you have $400 at an average price of, I believe, $45,000, if I'm not mistaken, which is way better than going all in at 60. So averaging down for the long term is definitely a solid strategy that I recommend. It's what I did in 2018 and 2019, which enabled me to become financially free. So I can't really knock it. But anyway, that's the total market cap. So let's move on to the second market cap, which is this one. And once again, this is like this. I made this a long time ago, and 61.8. Boom, bottom, top, 61.8. Go all in here. You could see it just did amazingly well. So it's sick. It's so sick seeing your technical analysis work out. So I think it's going to come back down here. Comes back down here. Buying. Okay, so that was the total, and then the total 2 is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So these are altcoins basically, and yeah, it honestly doesn't look good. I mean, it hit the moving averages, and now it's coming back down. So if it comes back down here, I'll grab a bunch of alts. I need to just keep looking at this day by day by day. I'm trying to use a service that will alert me to this, but I haven't really found a good one so far. After that, the total market caps, what I do is I look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, and this is a very, very, very important chart. This is probably my most important chart that I use. And Bitcoin dominance, what this does is it shows you out of all of the cryptocurrencies in existence and the entire market cap, how much of that is actually being taken up by Bitcoin. And as you could see, there's a lot of stuff on this, but it used to be that Bitcoin was the main player, right? So like Bitcoin was 99% of the entire market cap was Bitcoin. And then back in 2017, altcoins really started to come into play. Ethereum started coming out with these things called initial coin offerings, where anyone and everyone was just making a cryptocurrency. And when that started happening, altcoins just started going up and up and up and up, and Bitcoin dominance just started going down and down and down and down, because Bitcoin was not taking up as much market share of the entire market cap of all cryptocurrencies. And what I did was I took let me just put this full screen right here for you. What I did was I took the Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, and what you could see is that a long time, from 2017 to 2018, Bitcoin dominance was just falling until finally in January 2018, when we had the crash, when basically the bull market was over. That's when Bitcoin dominance started to rise up again. And this whole area right here was pretty much a bear market, except for right here, which was March, April of 2018. This was when altcoins really went up high. So basically, I don't want to say as Bitcoin dominance falls, it's alt season or there's a bull market, but that tends to be the case. And then when Bitcoin dominance rises, basically all money from alts goes back into Bitcoin, and then the cycle continues. Or all money goes from alts back into Bitcoin, back into USD, and then the cycle continues. So as you can see, from 2017, took the Fibonacci, and big bull market, so big bull market, and then boom, bear market started, and then it ended up in September 2019 having a short-lived bull market. And then right here was March 2020, and so you could see that like alt season was sort of starting, but then coronavirus hit, and boom, it had another leg up. And pretty much after that, the bull market was sort of on the way. And as you can see, it was on the way, like kept on going down. But over here, Bitcoin really just this is an area where Bitcoin was rising at a faster rate than altcoins were rising. So Bitcoin rose at a faster rate and went up faster than altcoins. And then after basically December 2020, starting 2021, altcoins just started to take over. So this was the best time to get into altcoins, was right here. This was literally the best. Either right here or back here was the best time to basically just go all into alts and then forget about Bitcoin. So now though, Bitcoin is really, if I could do this, Bitcoin is all the way back down here, right? So it's coming back, it's close to the area where the last bull cycle ended. So honestly, we are lucky that it retraced a little bit earlier, that it retraced right here, because now, even if it retraces a little bit more, it could actually retrace up to here, right? And then come all the way back down, and we could have this entire part will be the bull market, will be a huge bull market. So that would be pretty epic if we get that. And so once Bitcoin dominance comes back down here, I'm selling like 50 to 75% of like everything I have, and just going into USDT. And you could see that, from this right here, because this is where we got into alts. Yeah, this is where I bought my alts right here, and we rode it up. Rode the alts. Now everyone, mainstream, retail, coming in, right? They see all the gains, and they're coming in, and they started coming in, and they bought here, and they bought here, and they bought here. Now they're wrecked. They're wrecked because of what happened. So let's go down to the daily, and you could see that the moving averages were really resistance, you know, the entire time. And now possible reversal, possible not reversal. We're going to have to say. Basically, if it keeps on going down, we're going to have alt season. If it keeps on going up, better tether up, because we're going to be, it's not going to be good. Now, to be honest, right now, it does seem like it might actually go back down and alt season might continue. But I'm not totally sure, you know? I'm not 100% sure with that, because just of the circumstances. So basically what happened is you could see that right here, it reversed from a previous level, right? This was resistance, and this was support. So it actually retraced from there. I thought it was going to go all the way down here before it retraced, but it did retrace from there, came back up, and then we had a couple days of where basically people were able to get out of their alts and out of a lot of their cryptos, and now I'm thinking it'll come back up. Yeah, I'm really thinking it'll come back up and do like a double tap. Because if it does this, then that would mean for the total market cap, it would come back down here. Like that would be the same thing as the total market cap coming down here if Bitcoin dominance goes back up here and everything sort of flushes out of altcoins and stuff like that. I'm not, like I said before, this isn't financial advice. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Things could change. I could change my bias very quickly. If, for instance, this crashes back down below here, then it's definitely going to put a lot of money back into alts, at least for a day or two, until the 78.6, and then maybe even until this 88%. Or, I mean, possibly alt season will just start and then it'll just keep on going, you know? But I don't know. I'm just trying to be risk off right now because it's too risky. It's too risky. Like, there's not enough certainty. So that's why I'm mostly in USDT. And here's the deal. If Bitcoin dominance comes back up here, then I will start putting some into alts. However, really what you want to do is if we go to the weekly and we draw the Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, I'll get rid of this to make it easier to understand. And we draw the Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, it normally comes back up to 38.2. That's the area. So this is the area. Go back into alts here and prepare for alt season part 2. So ultimately, I think that it'll do this, like blah, 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 blah. Boom, alt season part 2 comes. Everyone that jumped into crypto to be greedy and has no idea what the heck they're doing will be flushed out by that time. And then everyone who's in it for the long haul or actually understands this stuff, they will be the ones that will go into alts early, just like how, you know, people went into alts early back here and they'll get into alts early back here. So this is what I'm thinking is going to happen. Most likely scenario, pops back up, touches here, alt season starts, and then we come all the way back down to the lowest of the lows, have another retrace, and then just one final push where everything just does like hundreds of percentages in one day, and then or day after day after day, maybe for like 2 days or 3 days maybe, and then basically all the smart people cash out down here. A lot of smart people cash out right here, and then bear market, or at least months and months and months of consolidation. So yeah, that's why I'm going to go into USDT once it reaches down here. But like I said, if it comes into here, I'm going to go back into alts a little bit, and if it reaches this level, I'm going to be all in. I'm going to be very heavy into alts if it reaches here. This also right here, you could see this is the 200-day moving average and the 200-day exponential moving average. So these are really big support levels. So, or resistance levels. So by the time it reaches, you know, let's say it does this or something, by the time it reaches here, these will be in the perfect spot. So That's what I'm thinking as the big picture. And then the 100-BTC.D is basically altcoin dominance. And I'm sort of thinking the same exact thing for altcoin dominance. I'm thinking altcoin dominance will fall and to the 38.2. It's literally the reverse. You could see this is Bitcoin dominance, right? Bitcoin dominance is at 43. So altcoin dominance should be at 56. It's at 56 and really 57. And it's the inverse of the Bitcoin dominance. It's altcoin dominance, and yeah, I mean it hit a key resistance level, bounced, hit the 23. So this is very bullish, the fact that it bounced off the 23.6 instead of coming all the way down to 38.2. But I still think that there's time for it to come back down to the 38.2, and once it does that, I am loading up on alts like crazy, because look at all the support that it has. This is old resistance, and resistance turns into support. So you have the confluence of the 38.2 Fibonacci, and you have the previous resistance turning into support. All of this entire area. So I'm 100% keeping an eye on this. Once it gets here, boom, I'm going all in. And obviously we'll update the Discord group every single day as time progresses. If this comes all the way back up here, then like, maybe alt season will be back on, you know? I wouldn't want to buy it up here though. I would still be like, all right, maybe it came back up here, so I'll buy it a little bit lower, but I don't want to buy it at resistance, you know? Buy alts at resistance. And pretty much this total market cap and this Bitcoin dominance and this altcoin dominance, these are the charts that I use to get the big picture of the entire market. And I basically just laid you out my game plan. I'm pretty, like, if it comes back down here, I'm going super heavy. Otherwise, for my trading account, I'm just really sort of laying low. And for my long-term portfolio, I'm just averaging in right now as the price goes down. If you continue to average in as the price goes down, then you lower your average buying price. And then when we do have a big spike, you're golden, you know, and then you could sell on the way up. And that's really the best strategy that I found. So that's my overall strategy. And now we can actually get into Bitcoin. So, wow, Bitcoin's just really not looking good. This is the weekly chart. Let's look at the daily chart. Wow, it didn't even come back up to 38.2 yet. And this is like 42. I think everyone thought it was going to come back up to 43, 44, 45. And they all got front ran. Because look at it hit the moving averages and it just dipped. And now it's back at 36,000. And yeah, this is not good at all, to be honest. I don't want to hold any Bitcoin in my account at all right now. Okay, so that was Bitcoin on the daily chart. But let's really look at it at a big picture. See what's going on here. So let's look at the monthly chart. Start off on the monthly, go to the weekly, and then go to the daily. So this is the monthly chart on Bitcoin, and like I mentioned before, start off on the monthly, go to the weekly, go to the daily. So it's the monthly chart. You can see that once it reaches this level up here, 95, 96, 97, that's when I'm going to be taking a lot of my profits. So I'm still holding quite a lot of Bitcoin. I think that we might get range bound for a while, but we'll see what happens. So if we look at the monthly, this was really where it all started. This is where the bull market started, and we had just month after month after month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bull months in a row, and then we fell. So last time we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bull months in a row, and then we fell a little bit, and then we made our way back up. And so pretty much ended up destroying the previous all-time high, which was right here. So I might as well put that up here. This is what we need to put down, previous all-time high. So the biggest place, like if it reaches to go in, is the previous all-time high. You know, it's like 20,000. Although I don't think it's going to reach it. I really don't. I see 22,250. Just above, I'm going to say 78.6%. Tracement close to previous all-time high. Ideal buy zone. So 23,000. I'll say 23,000. That's 64% from the top. Yeah, I don't see it going lower than that. So I'm gonna set an alert for this. So this was on the monthly, right? And take the fib from here, the previous red candle up to the top, hit the 61.8. And so a lot of the times it comes back up to the 38.2, but really to get a better sense of it, we need to go to the weekly. So I have this chart for the weekly. This was my old entry. So yeah, it popped back up to. It did. Okay, so it did pop back up to the 38.2, and then made its way back down, which is bearish. So it came back up here, and now, obviously, this is where the previous close was, but 1,000 is really looks like it's coming down, and if it's really bearish. This is the area, 23,500. So it's 23,000, but I would get in before that, so let me bring this up to 23,000. Let me bring this up to here, because this is where I would want to, I wouldn't want to wait till it gets to 21.6, I'd want to wait, I would want to get in down around here, just in case, So yeah, not looking very good. Maybe if we go to the daily, and also let's look at the weekly on the indicators. Yeah, RSI still has room to go down. RSI still has room to go down. The stock RSI is oversold, but it's been oversold for a while. So yeah, daily time. So hit it once, hit it twice, coming back down for the third time, and yeah, What was the price that I put? 2300, so 23,100. Say 23,100, 150. For the text, I'm gonna say great place to long. Pretty much ideal buy zone. Yeah. So I'm still going to long from 3,200 or 3,100. 31,000. Not 3,000, 31,000. And do a long from here to 36, I guess. That's basically my game plan for Bitcoin. For the thing though is that I think Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin by a lot. So to be honest, I want to just focus more on Ethereum, because I think with DeFi, ETH 2.0, and just a lot of stuff coming out with Ethereum, I think that's really the move. So if we go to the monthly chart of Ethereum, let me get rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, I'll just get rid of it, whatever. And we look at Ethereum, we could see if we take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top, came back down to the basically 61.8. This was really where it was, and I said I was buying a ton of ETH here, so luckily it's still above the buy zone, but it's getting weaker and weaker every day, pretty much. So I need to change this up. I need to say previous big resistance. I'll say monthly resistance. Change this to red, and this is now a good entry. It's not a great entry anymore. Previous all-time highs. I mean, will it reach it here? I don't know. Like, I guess, I don't think it'll reach here again, but if it does, buy a lot. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to buy a lot. This is not financial advice. I'm just saying what I'm gonna do. Because then it'll reach the 70. It might reach the 78.6 and then go up. But really, the monthly isn't what I really use to chart Ethereum. It's the weekly. The weekly is really where you get it. And so on the weekly, bring this down here. This was it. Going to Ethereum here. So this is good buy zone. I think it's a really good buying opportunity at this level for long-term hold. You're getting it 65% off the top, so if you could manage to get there. But this is really like, if it hits here, this is where I'm buying. I'll probably be in. I'll be in by the time it gets down there. To be honest, like. It's just this entire area is, because by the time if it comes back down here, it'll be oversold. Yeah, this is where you need to put orders in preemptively down here if you're gonna do it. That's really it. And then we can go into the daily chart and see some stuff. Take profit. Remove all of this. This was the best buying opportunity before. Bought here, bought there. Didn't end up. This was from this Fibonacci, top to the bottom, 61.8. Boom. We ended up getting out early on that one. Because now we know that the Fibonacci really was, if we look at the weekly chart, it was basically from here. I mean, actually, it's so stupid, so ridiculous how it's like it perfectly lines up. So this is actually the perfect Fibonacci levels. So now that we know the perfect Fibonacci levels, hit the 61.8, came up to 38.2, started falling back down. So just like Bitcoin, this I think is the ideal buy zone for Ethereum. So I'm definitely gonna put orders in right here for Ethereum, 1785, because yeah, get the double tap, got the moving averages, and by the time it gets down there, the RSI should be in the oversold territory. We should get the W on the MACD, and hopefully this will come down here, and we'll get a bullish divergence on the MACD. That would just be buy, super big buying opportunity. If it comes down here, and then probably sell back up here. We'll have to wait and see, but it's clear that this is the thing. And then obviously, like, I mean, don't know if it will come here. I'll just say doubtful, but this is the lowest price I see. Like basically $1,000 is the lowest price I see. Unless we're in a bear market, then it's 615. But I'm gonna be in before that. I'm gonna be in before 615. So this is the strategy that I am doing right here, and we will see what happens. That is Ethereum. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Ooh, that's not good. This literally makes me want to sell my Ethereum. Yeah, oh man, this looks so bad. This looks so bad. It hit the 61 point weight on the way back up. It comes back down to, well, let's do the weekly, I mean. Usually comes back down here. Oh, it did. So it hit the 61.8, came back down to the 38.2, came back up. So this is the ideal buy zone right here. For ETH against Bitcoin. And this is the this is the other place to get back into it. So we got that and we got that. XRP, wow. Dog crap. Do I even need to do XRP? I mean, it's so bad. I'm not even gonna do XRP. I'm literally gonna skip over XRP. Dot didn't even get to my take profit, and I had such a conservative take profit level for Dot. Absolutely insane. Can't believe it did that. Dot, really? Is there a better chart for? Oh my god, dude. Dot. No, Dot, dude. Dot was like my favorite cryptocurrency, and it just got pulverized. I can't believe it. Yeah, I sold it here. I bought it back here. I was like, oh, I'm good. So stupid. Terrible mistake. I'm 55. I'm 50% down on my Dot. And I have a lot of Dot. I was accumulating this entire run up. I was accumulating ever since basically this January, February, March, all this. Oh man, it sucks. I don't really know what to do with Dot. Dot's in my long-term portfolio, right? Dot's in my long-term portfolio. Dot's not in my. It's not in my. I trade it, but it's mostly in my long-term portfolio. My long-term portfolio is wrecked. Yeah, I have a lot of Dot. I have a lot of Sol. I mean, the only place I see getting into Dot now is, oh my god, $9.30. That's so bad. That is so bad. I am like, is Dot gonna go all the way down? Like, is Dot really gonna do a complete retrace to like sub $5? I am so bullish on Dot. It's having parachains. It's having so many. It has Gavin Wood. This is a mystery to me. This is a crazy mystery. It is cool to see that the wick came down to the same exact place where it came down over here. For Dot, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set up basically a scam wick account. I have an account basically that's a scam wick account. And just put like literally, I don't know, $9.30 and $5 like yeah, and then I'll have another one right here for a stink bid. Yeah, and this will be my stink bid right here. So I'll have two bids, one here and one here for Dot. This is so disheartening. I seriously am so upset because I love Dot. I think Polkadot is amazing. And I'm holding Polkadot for the long term, so we'll see what happens, but it's really not looking good. I mean, I guess this is the selling. I'm putting a sell price right here because this is the Fibonacci 61.8 golden ratio from the top to the bottom. If this is the bottom, and it happens to come back up, so sell goes right here. Honestly, even this is a good sell price. I knew it was gonna drop from here, from like right here. I was like, oh man, this is gonna drop. But I only sold 25% because it's in my long-term portfolio. I'm trying to stick by my rules, don't touch your long-term portfolio, all that stuff. But I'm gonna convert so much money to my trading portfolio because it's just so much better. It has outperformed my long-term hold portfolio so much because my long-term hold, I'm up from January, like, from $10 this is where I was getting in to dot, even $5, $10, let's say average price $10, it's $20, that's 100%. That's 100% in however many months, 3, 4, 5 months, in 5 months, when in 5 months time my trading portfolio is up way more than 100%. More confidence in my trades though, so yeah, definitely gonna have a lot more in my trading portfolio. So this is why you always need to be very careful with what chart you put on your watch list. You should always put the chart with the apps with like the most amount of time on your watch list. Look at this. You could this was the high, and it literally got straight up to where the high was before it made the major dump. Instead, I put the USDT chart, which is from Binance, and it doesn't have that. So I was sort of just going off of the regular chart. But if I put this here and I use this chart, would have been much more informative. So always use this chart. I'm gonna erase that chart. And anyway, this is the dot chart. This was the dot BTC chart. At least dot BTC, dot versus Bitcoin looks like it could go up higher. It looks like it could, do that. And then that. But that's all you don't know for sure right now, It's at a good support. It's at a good support against Bitcoin. It's just it's at good support against Bitcoin. It's just at a bad support against May 2020 what? 28th. Yeah. So like always, like usual, what do you know, 61.8 up to 38.2, now back down to the 61.8. So this is actually the area that I want to look at. So this is the area that I will buy dots. Going into Link. Link is interesting. Link, I can't really get a good this is the best I could get in terms of sort of it. Maybe if I go to the daily, it'll give me a clearer picture. Yeah, I guess it sort of does. If this is the high, it retraced 61.8%. 30, 60, yeah, right around here, wherever this is. So I guess here. This is the best Fibonacci that I could draw on Link. So given that's the case, this will be my buy price. I'll probably actually sell. I bought Link here, so I bought it at a pretty solid price. So yeah, I think I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell my stuff that I bought that I'm in profit right now, just to lock in the profit, even though it's very little profit because we dumped. This is why I want this is why I'm gonna load up my trading account with more money, because it's so much better to have a trading account, make your money, and slowly put it into everything else. But for Link, it's pretty obvious, like this right here is like a ridiculously good entry line, you know? Like, look, might even be able to do this. I mean, to be honest, if we could do this, holy crap, that would be an entry line. That would be an amazing entry, like right over here. But I did this. Yeah, I did this previously and got in right here because it lined up with the entry line and the 78.6. So, but that's iffy. You know, I always like using horizontals more than diagonals. That's what I learned in Trading for a Living, the book. But this does have some pretty good boom, support, support, and then finally boom, support. So if it comes back down here, definitely want to grab some. So need to, yeah, I think this is the entry for long-term hold, and then this is another entry for long-term hold, plus a very good, yeah, good. Yeah, because ETH is gonna, I mean, Link is gonna be with the DeFi play in August, right? So it's gonna, I think it'll be over its all-time highs by August. So here we go. Do this to make it easy to understand. Close it a little bit. And then, there you go. Turn the screen because it's a buy. Support. Yeah. It's pretty good. 35%. Oh, shoot. Did it save it? Yes. Okay, good. Now I'm paranoid about it saving it or not. Yeah, sold here. Rebought here. Did I do that? I don't think I actually ended up doing that. This was well, obviously I just changed the date, but this was from a long time ago. So selling here. Yeah, I want to sell here 61.8 from the move all the way to the top to the bottom. So let's see what Chainlink versus Bitcoin does. All the way up, came back down, hit the 61.8. This did not hit the 38.2. Concerning. So this might not even be the correct position. No, it is. It is. It's just Chainlink really underperformed. Yeah, Chainlink underperformed. Like, Chainlink was terrible, to be honest. Over the past few months, it's probably one of the worst things to be in. So yeah, I got in here and then I ended up selling here because it was not going my way at all. So all I know is that I'm selling here. I have Chainlink. I'm gonna put sell orders in for here because this is the top to the bottom. If this is, let's say, if 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6 is the bottom. And then this is pretty much the lowest level to get into. So if it comes down here, obviously buy this up. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to come down here. That would be really bad. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's possible, but I think DeFi summer is going to be in here and it's going to come back down. So this is the entry zone. This is definitely a big demand zone down here. So buy ETH here. I mean, I keep on saying Link. ETH. Buy Link here. All right. So we got the buy price right here for the long-term hold. Yeah, I mean, buy it here for the long-term hold, and then it'll come back up here, and then, or it'll end up dropping down here. Another 50%. Ugh. Another, I mean, that's what it is. All right, let's look at BNB. Ouch. I really wanted to sell it at 791. I was just, I sold some over. I sold like half of it here when it broke, but definitely should have sold a lot more. Obviously, should have sold more. Should have sold more. That is the quote of the day. Should have sold more. I think it should have taken more profit. That should have been that's the real quote of the day. Should have taken more profit. So there's really two entries for BNB, 260 and 160. Of course, there's 88, but yeah, I mean, there's not. These are the previous supports. So it's about it. And I don't think this is gonna hold, to be honest. So could be wrong, but who knows? Yeah, I mean, you can see from the bottom to the top, came back down 68.8, 61.8, came back up to 38.2. New sell zone. How about versus Bitcoin? Oh man, that does not look good. Yeah, this is the major resistance. This is a major support. So, all right, let's move down into crypto.com. That didn't work out. Well, wait, yeah, no, it did, because it bought here, sold there. Yeah, okay, amazing. Do you guys, if you've been watching this entire time, if you've been watching this entire time, comment below the Fibonacci, or just say the Fib, F-I-B, is the bomb. Say the Fib is the bomb, okay? And I will choose someone and give you like a month free in the VIP if you're watching this. So this is why the Fib's the bomb. Take the Fib from the bottom, go up to the top, 61.8. Boom, 61.8 right there. Wait for it. Wait for it. Bam, 61.8. 38.2, take profit right here. Oh, it actually 38.2 lined up with this as well. So, perfect. Very obvious. Resistance. And then red. Resistance. So, there you go. Take profit there. Yeah, this already happened, so there's no point. So, we don't need that anymore. And this is what I'm worried about happening with everything else. It coming down, hitting a 61.8, coming all the way back up, and then coming back down, hitting 61.8, and only coming up a little bit. Really, it only come up a little bit, and smash back down. That's what I could see, in other ones. So I'm guessing this second time it hardly came up at all. It only came up to the first time it came down here, right? That's what you wanted. I guess it did. Oh no, this was the second time. Yeah, first time came back down, came back up to 30.2. Second time came back down, and it only came back up to just below the 23.6. Hope that doesn't happen with altcoin with other coins, but yeah, this is really sort of it with Crow. Not much to say. I mean, Crow versus the dollar hit BTC. Crow is on KuCoin, but there's just simply not enough data on KuCoin. This is KuCoin. You get all this data in hit BTC. So I would not really be investing into a Crow, crypto.com, unless it hits. This is really pretty much the only place I would buy it. Yeah, this is really the only place I would buy it. I wouldn't even buy it here. I don't even like it. So 56 cents or whatever, 51 cents, 56 cents. Yeah, same thing. Crow versus Bitcoin, absolutely terrible. Just like abysmal. This is done. It's done. Just like you have to say can't buy it till it proves itself is bullish over this line. That's it. So you can't do anything. And then this is the major, that's it. It just had this, yeah, forget about it. Uni. Oh, Uni, finally, one that doesn't look like absolute dog shit. Yeah, so last time, May 8th, I said the diagonal support is obvious. Obvious diagonal support is obvious. We broke through it. As soon as we broke through it, cut the loss. Cut the loss. And then obviously we dipped down here to the other buy, to the perfect buy zone. This was actually perfect. Actually perfect. I had a take 25% profit line all the way down here from when I was first in it, when it was airdropped or whatever. Could have just held it. Held most of it. Anyway, this is it. So let's, you know the deal by now, right? I hope so. Fibonacci, bottom, top. Let's look at the weekly first. Hard to say. Actually can't get a really good feed on the weekly. Maybe on the daily? Even on the daily, Fibonacci's, it's a weird, sort of a weird price structure or whatever, but obviously this is clearly resistance at this point. So, and this is also resistance, so two big resistances now. Yeah, Uni versus Tether, expect another 30% drop. I am. Buy zone. Uni is decentralized DeFi finance, so you know, good thing to be a part of this. Yeah, I'm gonna. Man, I want to start looking up shorts. If there's nothing that has bounced all the way back up to 38.2 yet, that is what I really want to look for. Uni against Bitcoin. See, this is why I said the other short. I said, oh, finally one that doesn't look like horse crap, and it confirms that with the Bitcoin chart, because this is obviously the Bitcoin chart, but it's in resistance. So honestly, holding Uni right now, it's so close to the resistance already. Like, might as well take profits. To be honest, might as well take profits, and then try to buy back in at a lower place. Like, I wonder if the Fibonacci worked better on the Bitcoin pairing than it did on the USDT pairing. Yeah, it pretty much worked. This low was 41. This is 40, and this is 40. So just a little bit. I mean, I always like to take it a little bit above anyway. But oops, sorry. This is the place. This is really the spot. This is really the support, and then this would be the resistance for sure. Yeah, this is it. Energy Web token. Man, damn. I love Energy Web token. This is what I'm doing here for Energy Web token if it ever comes back up there, but I know that there's this needs to be Energy Web token Kraken weeks versus Energy Web token on KuCoin weeks, August 24th, 2020. This goes back to March. So this is actually the chart that I want. I just realized this Energy Web token is on Kraken, which is amazing because that's a US based exchange. I've been having my Energy Web token on my ledger, so I could put it on Kraken and put some stink sell orders all the way up here, you know, just in case there's some big buy. I don't know. There tends to be these huge wicks, so might as well do that. Anyway, Energy Web token. I love Energy Web token. There's a lot of support right here. But everything's just looking so shitty that I wouldn't go super heavy into it right here, but like I will say lots of support right here. I wouldn't go too heavy in though here, but get some for the long term. That's basically here. And then basically this is down here, obviously. This is like, this is ideal buy zone down there. And that's just based off of supports, you know. So save that. Did it save? Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, saved. And then versus Bitcoin, garbage, absolute garbage. I wish I didn't buy so much Energy Web token. Oh man, August 2020. Yeah, I definitely bought it. I don't know if I bought it somewhere over here. I forget actually, to be honest. I definitely bought it somewhere over here. So looks like quant. All right, take profit. All right, good. Quant not doing too bad. Nice entry here. Take profit here. Quant is just in this never ending. It's fucking in a never ending. Honestly, I feel like I should take my profit on Quant. Quant is like my long, super long-term hold, but I honestly feel like I should be careful because I bought Quant all up in here. All up in here is bought, and I'm up. So I'm up 200% on it. It's the 3x on my investment. That's really good. And I don't want to take a chance of it dropping all the way back down here. So I'll probably sell some right here, to be honest. And I definitely sold some here. I sold some somewhere around here. So I'll probably sell some more just because I have so much. And put that into Tether, and then in case it comes back down here, they're at 27%, and then of course if it drops back down here, I could get an entry too. And Quant is actually on KuCoin, and it will be on. Oh, I thought it was on Binance. It will be on Coinbase soon, and Quant is one of the absolute best, fundamentally sound coins you could ever imagine. So Quant is the way to go. Gotta love Quant. Even though I'm gonna sell some, so let me write that down before I forget. All right. And yeah, take profit. Okay, sure. Is it the same 48? 48 on Bittrex. Did it reach 48 on? Yeah. Wow. Holy crap! It hit 64 on. But yeah, it hit 48 on that as well. So basically the same thing. All right, VET. I remember I was talking about VET before. Wow, did it hit it? Did it hit it? This was from a long time ago. 0.052 was the low. 0.052. I must have made this chart weeks ago, if not months ago. I definitely didn't make it for this. I definitely didn't make it because of this. I put it here because I put it here wanting to get it on the retest right here. But now I can get in on the retest, which is actually really good. So if it reaches this level again, I will definitely buy some. Definitely buying some VET for the long term here. VET for the long term here. Absolutely. I'm so dumb. You gotta do it though. You gotta take. If it comes down here, I'm gonna raise this up because I want VET. Can you imagine getting VET all the way at these prices? Like, these prices are the best. This would be the best price. Like, I gotta buy more down here. I really believe in VET. VET is a project, one of my favorite projects. So buying more VET for the long term here. These are my two things for VET. All right, hopefully, I don't know, maybe it'll come back up here. If it does, we'll see. Let's check the fib. Wow, didn't even... This is really the... Oops. This is really the Fibonacci from here to here, 61.8, all the way back up to 23.6, above the 20. This is super, super, super bullish. So then the market, it was just the market, but yeah, this doesn't really count anymore because of what happened. So now you have to do it from, I don't know, the bottom, like all the way to the bottom. It doesn't even really make sense. This is what makes the most, this is what makes sense. This makes sense right here, yeah. So yeah, right here. And then right here. There you go. It's VET. VET versus Bitcoin. Can you imagine just putting stink bids down there and then all of a sudden getting so much more Bitcoin? That's why you have to have stink bids. Seriously. That is VET. And then I said I was going to do Theta. If you have any tokens that you want me to do, put them in the comments and I will do them. This is a pretty obvious Fibonacci though, at least. Yeah, there you go. Right here, 78. Yeah. And then 61. It's a pretty good buy right here, so. Sort of a good buy against Bitcoin, but small entry. It's the ideal buy zone right here. This has been this is really a while. This has been a big update. I need to stop soon. Thank God I didn't get in DIA. I hate DIA so much. I seriously hate DIA so much. Because I bought it here and then it went off, my stop loss went off here, I think, like literally at the bottom, like at $1. Because it wasn't on this exchange. It was on a bullshit exchange that scam wicked all the way down and got me out before this huge run up. And I was so upset at DIA, so I'm... Screw DIA, you know? Screw DIA. I'm not even gonna bother with DIA. Mantra DAO, screw Mantra DAO. I don't even care about Mantra DAO. To me, at this point, I'm literally only going to be worrying about my own coins, you know? That's it. Like, nothing else. It sucks because I have the black card for... SXP, and it was worth 30,000 times 3. It was worth like 90,000, and now it's worth like 20,000. Like, so mad. SXP, I have to get rid of it. I have to kill it. Damn it. I'm so mad at SXP. This is my swipe jacket, by the way. Nothing I can do about it now. I'm mad because they canceled my account. They canceled all American accounts. The US government is not allowing Swipe to actually partake in America. So, sort of screwed. Same thing with like XRP, you know? So Swipe, I really hope it has a bounce up. I didn't really sell that much. I only sold like a couple up here, but Swipe, I'm no longer going to be buying Swipe tokens because yeah, I'm just not allowed in America. Once it gets approved, I will 8 back in. So this is 05, 28, 2021. That's it. Nothing I can do. So mad. I had like 30,000 SXP. Ooh, I like ZRX. I like ZRX. Honestly. I don't really have too much though. I sold it. I did well with ZRX. Ended up selling. For ZRX, I just kept on buying it. I don't know why. I just kept on buying it. Just kept on buying ZRX over and over and over again. Like if it comes back down here, I'll buy a ton more. Yeah, pretty much if it comes back down there, I'm going to buy a lot more for the long term. I don't think it'll come back down there. But, then, I mean, let's see if the monthly is any different. I mean, excuse me, the weekly. Fibonacci. Fibonacci doesn't really make any sense. At least not from this level. This is the only level where it makes sense, and it had a 100% retrace. So this would be the entry one. At this point, yeah. Man. I need to look for shorts, but the shorts are like... It's too late. It already happened. Yeah. Everything looks so bad. I want to sell so much right now. ADA is super popular. So if ADA comes back down to 97.9, this is one that looks pretty good to me. Buying here. And this is honestly, like, this is just how I do it. Like, I just go through, usually once a month I'll go through it like this and really just go through so many, you know, just so many. And then I post it all up in the ideal buy zone charts in my group, in my Discord VIP thing. And if you want more information about that, you can click the link in the bio or click the link in the description and you could join the VIP. You could also join the free group where I give out a lot of valuable information as well. And basically I give these out and I say, okay, I'm like, this is my strategy. I'm going to wait. So if you're feeling, oh, I got a FOMO in, the Cardano, it's at $1.50. It's like, maybe don't, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll get in at 97 cents because it'll probably drop down there. So I think with that, I'm going to end this because I have to edit this video, which is going to take me at least 2 hours. And then I have to go through all these other coins as well. So I'm going to end it on Cardano. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I hope you took something out of this technical analysis video and learned something. And if you want the alerts for when all of these alerts go off, head over to the VIP and you'll get all of them. I'll talk to you all later and keep on stacking those sats. Keep on investing in your future, investing in the future, and stay healthy. Peace.